Dalavina, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, and a very good evening to you all. It is indeed an honor to be here amongst you all to mark a momentous occasion in the history of Kavanagasau Sanatan Dharam School, the commemoration of the 90th anniversary of this school. That is 90 years of providing quality education to the young ones in the community. This school, which has been instrumental in the development of Kavanagasau and its surrounding settlement, has a remarkable history. A history that shows the passion and dedication of this community towards education for the past 9 decades. I commend everyone here today and acknowledge those who came before us. I also express my sincere gratitude to the current and previous school management committee and trustees for managing the school for the past 90 years. Thank you for working together with members of the community in keeping the school running. Ladies and gentlemen, the origins of this school also shows us how important support and collaboration can be towards building a lasting legacy. This is the kind of commitment people had during the Girmit era. The foresight and love of Ruth and George Wignall for the children of Kavanagasau is something to be appreciated. During that time, there were no schools for the local people, and especially for the children of the indentured laborers. This was clearly a rare initiative for the children of Girmitis. The people of Kavanagasau and the neighboring villages have reaped the benefits of this initiative for 90 years. This is a remarkable achievement, ladies and gentlemen. Initially, the school's main priority was to provide education to the descendants of the Girmitia laborers who were in this area. Over the years, the school welcomed Itoke children from nearby villages, making the school more diverse and a catalyst in uniting this vibrant community. Now, Kavanagasau Sanatan Dharam School is a multicultural school, and its students continue to learn and grow in unity. It demonstrates how one can preserve one's heritage without excluding others. For example, the frequent religious sessions and functions that are held here show the value you place on your religion and culture in practicing your faith. At the same time, no matter what their backgrounds are, all students are welcome to attend so that they can learn and appreciate the wonderful diversity that is a hallmark of our nation. I must acknowledge the current and previous teachers and heads of schools who have worked tirelessly to get the school where it is today. Thank you for playing your part in raising our future leaders and instilling in them priceless values of tolerance and kindness. Ladies and gentlemen, we may sometimes forget that in the past, education in Fiji did not have the kind of support that is provided now by the government through initiatives such as free education grant, transport assistance, and free textbook. During those days, it was the members of the community who made sure the school was funded. The blood, sweat, and tears of the entire community including the hardworking farmers whose income was solely based on vegetable and sugarcane cultivation, all prioritized education for their children because they knew how important it was. From bhajan competitions, soka bazaar, raffle tickets, bring and buy, center vote, and many other forms of fundraising were utilized to cater for the school's financial needs. Today, you can be proud that your vision and labor have not been in vain. Your government has carried the torch from you by investing in the education of your children and making sure it is accessible to all. This investment in the future of your children through the free education grant ensures that the financial burden many Fijian households used to face is taken away. Increasingly, the accessibility to schools through transportation assistance enables your children to travel to and from school safely without placing stress on your pocket as well. The provision of free textbooks lessens the hassle of running from shop to shop, sometimes even town to town, looking for textbooks or hiring books from schools at a sky-high prices. Tertiary scholarship and loan provisions are also making tertiary education dreams a reality for you and your children. During the announcement of the 2022-2023 national budget, TVET was rebranded to skills qualification in recognition of the value these skills offer to our economy and to our community. TVET is not a second-class education, and the professionals produced through this study are important for our progress as a nation. Ladies and gentlemen, we need mechanics, we need plumbers, electricians, chefs, tile layers, welders and joiners, as much as we need doctors, nurses, teachers, and engineers in Fiji. These are important skills and they deserve recognition and respect. Keeping this in mind, we have introduced a new scholarship scheme known as Micro Skills Qualification at FNU. This program will help those who learned trade work without any qualification after dropping out of school. So, ladies and gentlemen, your children have the choice to pursue degrees at university or TVET programs in several institutions around the country or even overseas. In the last national budget, for the first time, Ministry of Education and Ministry of Economy as well as TELS, the decision was made to also offer 5 scholarships for TVET courses abroad. In other words, if your children want to go abroad to study TVET courses, they can pursue that. And I recall during our days, the only way we could get educated was through overseas scholarship. In other words, Australia, New Zealand, China, Korea, India, they had to offer scholarship, then only Fijians could travel to this country to study in their university. But today, very proudly, we are offering local scholarship for people to study abroad. That has changed. So, ladies and gentlemen, your government will support your family, including your children, when they go to any of this university. We support them financially. The various natural disasters that the country has faced over the past few years and the COVID-19 pandemic has taught us that it is time to relook at the education delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to understand the fact that from 2016, Fiji faced about 14 cyclones. And let's not forget that we are still dealing with COVID-19. The number may be less, but every day there are cases being reported of COVID-19. Few cases. So, with cyclones and COVID-19, these two events, what I call natural events, had a huge impact on our economy. But today you can see that the government managed to come out of this difficulty, and our economy is open, our economy is doing well, the borders are open, the tourists are coming to our shores, people are employed, schools are opened, and we can have a carnival like this, which we could not even think just a couple of months ago. So these are huge changes that has come about through the initiative and decisive leadership of our Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, the education sector needs to be reviewed. We acknowledge that, and the work is being undertaken to make our education sector fit for purpose. We need to produce certain skills and knowledge in our children so that they can thrive in the 21st century regardless of where they live and study. In September this year, the UN called for a Transforming Education Summit to garner the political will of all countries and education partners to transform education to make it appropriate for the 21st century learners. At that meeting, our Honorable Prime Minister shared Fiji's commitment to transforming education to build a knowledge-based society where our children are ready with the right knowledge and skills to be successful in their lives. Our government has been investing significant funds in education. We need to recognize this, ladies and gentlemen. After COVID-19, you all understand that large sum of money went towards the health sector, right? I mean, there were our nurses and our doctors, they had to work 24 hours. And there were so many people hospitalized. So a lot of money went towards improving and providing the service to our people during COVID-19. Despite that, the government remains committed to the education of our children. We did not reduce the free education grant for schools. That could have been the easiest way. We did not reduce school fees. We did not remove the transport assistance, neither did we decide not to provide the textbooks. And that demonstrates the commitment we have placed on education, because we strongly believe education is the way through which we can lift people out of poverty, and we can improve the livelihood of not only that person, but the whole family. So that's why we are placing so much importance on education. For your information, each year we invest about $700 million in education, which comes to about 20% of our total annual budget. And it's not a small amount. It's a huge sum. And it is a huge sum for a small island nation like ours. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge the loving and supporting parents and guardians of this institution who have worked hand in hand with the management and staff to improve academic performance, as well as foster the moral development of the precious children. This community has always faced challenges during adverse weather conditions, such as heavy rain, leading to floods that damage crops, leading to decline in the earnings. Despite these adversities, Families in this community have always prioritized education. To all the students present here today, I urge you to think about all the hard work and effort that has been put in by your parents, your grandparents, the members of your community, past and present, to ensure that you can receive quality education. Please appreciate what has been done for you by also working hard and being diligent with your studies. Make sure that all these efforts were not in vain. Before I conclude, I would like to thank the following ex-scholars of Kavanagasau Sanatan Dharam School for their instrumental role in bringing about progress and development in the lives of the students and the college as a whole. And I must say, it's not just the school, but it's the whole community that reaps the benefit when we start improving the school and improving the quality of education. So let me start off by thanking the late Kanji Tapu, founder of Tapu Group of Companies, Professor Narendra Reddy from University of Fiji, Abendra Kumar Singh, the professor in mechanical engineering, Baylor University, Texas, USA, and our local very own civil servant, Mr. Shri Gounder, the Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Economy, Mr. Jitendra Daniel Kumar, the current head of school, and I'm so proud that he is the head of this school. Why? Because he has studied in this school, he knows the community, he knows the people, and now he can contribute to his community. And he will remain passionate, to his community and to his people. So, and last, Mr. Avinesh Sharma, who is also the current school manager. And I just had a very brief discussion before I came here, and we had this discussion in the library. They have hearts. They have got a good heart, and they've got a good vision for this school. You may have dreams, but if you are not committed, you may not realize that dream. But with the school manager and the head of school, you can see that commitment, you can see that passion, you can see that drive, and they're here to improve the school further. So I want to thank the two gentlemen. With these words, I would like to congratulate everyone who has contributed to the success of Kavanagasau Sanatan Dharam School over the last 90 years. And I wish the current management, teachers, and of course, our beautiful children all the very best for the years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to launch the school magazine that commemorates your 90th anniversary, which is 9 decades of school that started before independence, and it still remains intact. So with these words, ladies and gentlemen, Vinaka Vakalevu and Dhanyavad.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is mine now.
Well-wishers who are no longer with us, institution, as we launch the school magazine. Thank you is a word when it is said